subscribers. 400 of you guys. It's Wednesday afternoon. Coming from work in New York City. I said I would make a video about what's going on immigration-wise, IC and all that. I lived in the Cayman Islands as a little girl, and I remember when the immigration used to come after people who were illegal in the country, working illegally in the Cayman Islands. And I remember my uncle came up a few times, and he worked. Many people worked. There were a lot of people from Honduras, people from all over the Caribbean. Well, I think mostly Jamaicans. I don't know. Could be. I was a little girl. Anyway, I just remember the immigration, like for instance, if somebody was working, wasn't supposed to, and somebody was disgruntled, people would, tell. They would call, drop a dime, as they say. Immigration would go to the work site. They would catch people work, asking for their papers. They can't produce any papers. People start running. So, once you start running, they think you're guilty or something. Like, why would you run if you're not guilty or something? Anyway, I remember that one day they took my uncle. They caught my uncle. And they took him home to where we were staying. We were living in this tenement yard they call Mr. and Mrs. Nemad. Sweet old people. I think the man was Jamaican. The lady came from the Cayman Islands. And I just remember it's a big tenement yard, and the bathroom was that we all use, or most of us use, was a standalone bathroom. So nobody, except maybe one or two people, had their own bathrooms, but most people use a standalone bathroom. Everybody had to use this one bathroom. Anyway, they took my uncle there. They make sure he was showered. They watched him pack his bag, and they took him to the airport, sent him right back to Jamaica. Like, talk about traumatizing. I didn't even think about it in that way until this whole situation started. I was like, wait a second, I've been through this stuff before. I've been through this whole immigration, picking up people illegal and bringing them and sending them back to their country. I've been through this as a child. I was 10 when I moved to the Cayman Islands, so I know this happened when I was like, I don't know, maybe 11, 12. So I've been through this whole situation before, and it's not, as far as the children watching their parents getting arrested or, sent back home, it's traumatizing. And I didn't even think about it. I did not even think about, how traumatizing it was, because I was a little girl, and my uncle and friends of family. I just remember the other day when I was thinking of when the whole thing started happening. Sometimes you bury a lot of traumatic events, and you tend not to remember. But when the whole ICE situation started, it just came flooding back. Like, you've been through this before. You know what it feels like. You know what these children are going through. You know what these babies are going through. And it's not a nice feeling. Because I just remember we were all crying, like bawling, when they sent my uncle back home. So I just sympathize with people, man. And for the people who voted for, let's not even go there. Y'all just like sign your own family death warrant. You sign your own people's. You send your people back home. Y'all have nobody to blame but yourself. Simple. But anyway, I just wanted to make a little video saying I know what it's like to have your family members sent back. And that was my uncle, You know what I'm saying? My lovely, my uncle. And I just remember what I felt like as a kid. I didn't like it, and so I can only imagine what some of these kids, they're not coming to school. You know, they're scared their parents are gonna get arrested, sent back to wherever they they came from, and it's not a good feeling. It really isn't. You know, and this was in the 80s in the Cayman Islands. This was in the early 80s, as I went there in 81. You know, as a 10-year-old child, and yeah, so you know, even where I live over here in the Bronx, like there's a Home Depot where a lot of people, you know, mostly a lot of Mexicans, and then within the last couple of months I see a lot of other people waiting for jobs and stuff, and when you look out there, it is like empty. Like nobody is out there. So people are scared, I guess, to come out. People are scared to, you know, kids going to school, and it's just a lot, and it's just sad. It's just a sad situation. People actually voted for this guy. He told you what he was going to do. Like, he didn't hide it. He told you. Y'all still voted for him anyway. So, you know. Anyway, I don't want to make this video too long. I just wanted to make a little short video and, you know, leave a comment, leave a message, whether you agree, disagree, whatever. You know, please like the video. Please subscribe. You know, I have so much more, a lot more topics I could cover. Thank you for listening. Like and subscribe. Thank you very much.